Hey there, my name is Eladrium and welcome to Minecraft Bedrock Edition 1.18, and I am so excited to be here starting a new hard world on this server ready to play and explore and build. This is my Minecraft Bedrock Let's Play that I'm calling Welcome to Bedrock. Now, I have loaded up this server once before just to make sure that the resource packs and the behavior packs are all working correctly. We are in survival, so achievements are enabled, there are no cheats. But that's why it's nighttime and that's why it's snowing. And we're gonna jump down from this tree. And yeah, that was a lot taller than I thought it would be. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but we'll go ahead and get started. We're gonna make ourselves a crafting bench. We're gonna make ourselves some simple wooden tools and get all that good first day Minecraft stuff knocked out of the way. And while we're getting this tree knocked down and getting the bejibbity scared out of us by this wolf that just barked at us, we'll talk a little bit about what the plan is for this season and kind of what the layout for these episodes are going to be. I'm going to try to make sure that we have a couple of time lapses of the things that we're building, build some interesting houses and bases and redstone contraptions and farms that we can use. And we're just gonna kind of see where the season takes us. I plan to really try to make each episode anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes long, so should be plenty of content for you to watch. Try to keep it relatively calm and relaxing so you can just sit back, watch, and enjoy this. And you know, I'm not a big fan of just leaving trees branches just kind of hanging up there, but I was a little bit concerned about that snow falling on me. So let's go ahead, make one crafting bench and make a couple sticks. And generally what I like to do once we got our crafting benches, just make a pickaxe. I don't think we really need anything else at the start. Maybe an axe just in case we need to chop down some animals, get some supplies, some resources for them. But once we have that, we really have all that we need until we decide to get our stone tools. So I did see a village over here. Let's go ahead and check that out, see what things are over there. Now, as we're moving around, because I don't have any food yet, I'm not going to be running around a lot, but I am going to try to take what I can from these villages, just because there's so much good things that you can get from a village at the start of the game. Right here we have a library. I'm going to close this door behind me real quick, just to make sure that nothing sneaks up on me. But books are a fantastic way to kind of get that first level enchanting, once we get our enchanting table, of course. So we'll go ahead and chop all of these down and store them. You're gonna see me hoarding a lot until we decide where we're gonna settle down. I have a lot of ideas of kind of what I'm looking for in a first base, but until we find that, we're just gonna keep exploring here. Yep, got a blasting furnace in here, and the very interesting design choice to put some coal down as their floor. I'm not sure why a villager did that, but that's interesting. Not sure if I'm brave enough to do that as a home designer, but this person clearly is. But we'll go ahead and take that because coal is pretty fantastic right out of the gate here. All right, and now that we have some supplies under our belt, I think we're really going to start looking for a place that we really want to settle down on. I'm kind of looking for a couple of different things. I want to be near a spruce forest. I think spruce forests in this game are really quite a sight to behold. Want to be up near one of these cliffs and also want to have access to a few caves nearby. So we're looking somewhere that's going to have a high peak that we can look over places, but also have some valleys nearby so that we can really kind of get a mix of everything that caves and cliffs has to offer to us. And trying really hard not to run up here, because running when you don't have food or a lot of food is a great way to really make your life miserable if you get into a pinch. And just about up here, maybe there'll be something good up here for us to take a peek at. And wow, yeah, that is certainly a sight to behold right there, isn't it? Not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not seeing the trees I want, and don't necessarily want to be on a bunch of powdered snow that I can freeze on. So we will keep looking and see if we can find something else that maybe a little more lush. Now we got some trees over here. Oh, and some berries. We can definitely take those. Berries they're a great decorating plant. Really, they're fantastic. Can we make friends with the foxes by giving them berries? What do we have to do for that? We just give them to them? Will you be my friend? Please be my friend. You got hearts. And you just ran away. You want the berry? No. No, I don't remember what we got to do to make them follow us. Oh well. Ow. We'll just pick up the rest of these here and we will keep exploring. Giving that guy all the berries he wants, huh? Yep, so coming up here on another village. We'll see if there's anything good in here. Trying to get zapped by these berries. Those are prickly little things, aren't they? You know, I have a blue bed I took from the other village, but I really want a purple bed because this guy has two, so we're just going to trade him. And, you know, I don't know if I've ever seen this building before. Maybe I just don't come here that often, but there's a fireplace up there and everything, isn't there? I don't know if that's new or not. If that is new, let me know down in the comments. If it's not and I just missed it, just tell me I'm dumb or something. Yep, been coming up out of that village. Got a lot of spruce wood over here. I kind of like that. I really like that view with those mountains. This could be a promising spot with that nice little cozy lake down there. Did see a village over here, so let's go check that out and see what it has to offer. Looks like we got some horse, a horse, some horse, one horse. Villagers actually spawned. That's always a fun bug when the villagers don't spawn inside of the village, so glad that we've got that going for us on Bedrock today. A couple things in this chest. You know, do I have anything I can trade out? Guess we'll get rid of the feather. Take some apples. Apples, I like apples. You can make golden apples with them, which will always come in handy later. Still don't know exactly which houses have what, because I'm not good at remembering that sort of thing. But let's just take a look around here some more. There's lots of hay in here, so this will take care of our food situation, at least until we can get our own farms going. And we're just gonna pop a bed down now it's dark and see if it clears the rain, and it did not. It didn't clear the rain. Well, we might have to live with that for a little while longer. But man, will you look at this spot? This is just gorgeous. We got two lakes, a mountain, village, bunch of trees all around us. This is just the place. This is the perfect place. This is where we're going to settle down. And now that we've made that out of the way, it's time for us to start doing some resource mining. And it goes without saying, ore generation in 1.18 has changed substantially. And for me, that really makes Minecraft 1.18 feel like a completely different game than 1.16 and even 1.17. You know, I don't like playing around with the betas or the snapshots or all, but I did try experimental gameplay on a test world in 1.17, and almost all of the worlds that I was playing on had all my iron ore completely inaccessible because it was just buried under a subterranean cave, which in of itself is very interesting. But when you start thinking about what you need to do for early game, it really puts a new challenge on what you need to do for mining. And even in this little session right here, I had to give a lot more thought to mining beyond just follow a cave to the end of the ravine and find all my diamond ores. I really am excited for the changes that are here now, because you finally get to treat mining as something more than just an arduous trip down the endless ravine to get what you need. But after a good few productive hours of mining and a quick restart of the server to finally let that beautiful sunshine come out, you're ready to roll the time lapse. hours later, the exterior of the starter base is finally completed, and all I really want to say is that I am really happy and really pleased with how this ended up turning out. There was several times during the build where I had to tear down a wall and expand the base a little bit, and go mining several times for some more deep split cobble, but overall I am very pleased and very happy with how this build ended up turning out. And there is still a lot more that we can do with this starter base here. I have a couple ideas. Let me just walk you through kind of what the vision is. So obviously the front here, we can light this up a little bit more, build a little bit of path. I was thinking about with this wall here, maybe leveling this terrain out, putting a tree kind of in that spot, and just extending it out with a little garden over here on this side. Maybe building this out just a little bit more and flattening the terrain so it's level with the bottom, so that we can add a few things like furnaces and smokers and all those sorts of things. But moving on inside, we have our lovely fireplace right here, 3 smokers right behind here so we can cook some food. Might end up making this a potato farm at some point for XP, I'm not sure, but we have plenty of room here to decorate. Can add some bookshelves and some other decorations. Front room right here, a very simple bedroom. Obviously we have a basement to our house. Everyone needs a basement to their house. Plenty of room underneath the house where we can build and put some storage, maybe store some monsters, maybe some villagers, we'll see. But moving on up to the second floor, have a nice big space open up here too, and this is why I had to move that wall several times. I really wanted the space up here to be nice and big and warm and comforting, and I think once we get some sand we can put some glass windows into those spots right there. And moving on up, we have kind of a nice little cozy attic area. Maybe use this as a chest or storage room. Haven't quite decided quite yet, but I did go ahead and add a fireplace up here. I did want the space to have a tower, and I really like how that fireplace turned out, so maybe we'll put our enchanting table and other things up there. But will you look at this view? This right here is why I added these balconies. It is just such a fantastic view, one on each side of the house. Every house needs a view like this. Every single house needs a view like this. I'd live here if I had a view like this. Now, since I had to go deep slate mining, I think 7 or 8 more times, I was able to find 2 more diamonds, which means we are finally able to make ourselves an enchanting table. So just go ahead and get our crafting bench out, pop that down, and there it is, an enchanting table. And with this enchanting table, we can finally upgrade our gear to something that actually has a little more protection on it, and upgrade our tools so we aren't spending so much iron on our pickaxes. And with that, we have reached the end of our time here together today. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode and hope you come back for future ones that we have in store. And as always, remember, you are always welcome on Bedrock. See you soon.